So with respect to Chauvin Arnoux Qualistar Plus and Qualistar Class A analyzers, can they measure harmonics?
Yes. Easy answer, quick answer on that. Yes, they can measure harmonics, and that's what they use for a lot. With the normal Qualistar range, that's up to the 50th harmonic. And with the new CA8345, that's up to the 63rd harmonic.
How long can they measure data for?
So it does depend, and this is very much a how long is a piece of string type question. It depends on how many parameters that you actually measure it.
Yeah. So
the memory cards within the devices are designed to log for, you know, a reasonably long period of time. So that's weeks, months, maybe that sort of scenario. But it does depend what you're measuring. So if you're trying to measure, you know, every 0.2 of a second, you're trying to measure all the harmonics, all of the data, all things, then obviously you'll get a shorter logging period. Whereas if you are measuring less parameters, then obviously you get a much increased logging period. We do actually have on our website a duration calculator that you can download, put in the parameters, and it will give you a rough idea for how long you'll be able to log. But really it does come down to how much you actually, you know, set in there. What you want to log is how much data you can store. You're also a little bit limited by large file sizes. You know, this is a typical issue that people do, where they record loads and loads of data, and then it takes ages to download and ages to analyze. So going back to what we said earlier, we always try and get people to log just what they need when they're doing the analysis, and that makes everything much easier. But to answer your question directly, you know, they are designed to carry out the sort of the normal power quality logging task, so you shouldn't really be limited by the memory in the devices.
Can the Qualistar power quality analyzers test generators?
Yes, as far as I'm aware. I don't know if there's any problems with testing generators with the power quality analyzers. We do have a lot of customers that work in the sort of generator field, particularly with things like festivals and mobile events. We're actually seeing a lot more of that, where they want to actually log the energy usage. And I think we spoke about this last time with the PELs, where people are actually using these now to actually calculate their carbon footprint for events. So actually often generators, they are logged with these devices, particularly backup generators as well, with places like data centers where they have backup generators. Sometimes these are used to log the changeover as well. So do
the Qualistar power quality analyzers require calibration?
Generally, with anything, we would probably recommend calibration. Calibration is generally down to the user, and it just depends what you're going to be using it for. But if you're going to rely on the accuracy of an instrument, generally it's a good idea to have it calibrated, and a power quality analyzer is no different in that regard.
And how can people go about getting their Qualistar power quality analyzer calibrated?
Well, I would find a good, reliable calibration company such as PASS and have a look at their calibration services.
Great. And you can find all that information on our website, www.calibrate.co.uk. Do the Qualistar power quality analyzers support remote operation?
So the conventional Qualistar range doesn't.
Okay.
But the new CA345 does. So that's very much a differentiator between the two. So remote operation, so we can dial into this remotely via our server, so you can actually access this remotely from pretty much anywhere in the world if you've got it set up to do so. Or if you're connected to the same network, you can do screen mirroring, so you can actually look at the display on any browser. So whether that's Android, iOS, Mac, PC, whatever browser, you can mirror the screen and drive it just like you were stood in front of it, touching the screen in real life.
Can data be exported from the Qualistar power quality analyzers?
Yes. So power quality is all about the data. And realistically, getting that data off these devices is just a simple measure of connecting these up to your PC, or even we've got with the 8345, we've actually got the option to put a memory stick in, or we can just simply remove the SD card. We can remove the SD card from the Qualistar Plus as well, connect that up to the PC and download the data using our free PATS software.
Do the Qualistar power quality analyzers include built-in analysis and reporting functions?
Yeah, so within the instruments, you can actually look back at the recorded data on the screen of the instrument. So we can go in and actually review what's going on. We can also use these in real time to look at the data. And generally, that's what the screens are there for, is looking at things in real time. But you can review the data that's been recorded and actually look at the parameters within the devices before you download it into the software. Generally, downloading into the software is better because you've got a bigger screen, there's more tools, it's easier to drive with the mouse and things like that. But yes, you can record and review the data on the devices directly.
Do the Qualistar power quality analyzers support real-time analysis?
Yeah, so that's one of the key strengths is real-time analysis for the Qualistars. So actually being able to see the data on the screen and actually get a real-time picture of what's going on is one of the key functions of these devices and where they really stand out for our users. So being able to use them in the field and actually get real-time views of what's going on when you're setting up a piece of equipment or you're fault finding, you're looking for faults. That's really the strength of these. And again, by having an even bigger screen on the newer CA345, we've really just enhanced and built on that function with the latest generation.
And how are the Qualistar power quality analyzers protected against rugged or challenging environments?
So generally, these are designed, there's pretty rugged instruments to start with. They are designed for industrial environments, so they're IP54 rated. So they are designed for use in industrial environments. They generally come with sort of carrying straps, carrying handles, things like that we can use. But we do actually have another model of the 8336, which is an IP rated product. So if we wanted to actually use it in an IP rated environment, which almost comes in sort of a big pelly case type construction for use outdoors, we do actually have that as another option within the range.